we are going to do one. Let me go ahead and edit all the stream stuff here just so we have it. Starting out today with a bit of PoE, then we are all in on /Diablo. Save. And I will edit the stream title of this as well. Let me just make sure that my Twitch is appropriately, go to this guy channel. Oh yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, seems fine. Yeah, I think we're okay here. All right, cool. I don't remember what we were doing, but I do remember that I wanted to do one fat, juicy map now that we've updated all of our build stuff. We made a lot of changes. We made a lot of adjustments. And now we are at the stage where I think the build should be... Oh, I remember. I wanted to get one more jewel. We could get a Watcher's Eye here, but we legit want accuracy rating, which seems insane. But, I mean, it's fine. This is literally, this is perfect for what we're trying to do. Well, actually, I kind of want 14%. Do we really go to the trade site just to get, like, a one chaos jewel? We could probably roll this, to be honest, but... Let's just do it this way. Actually, no, I need to get in the habit of doing this in the game client, just so that you guys can see what I'm doing. I'll make sure my AHK is running. Okay. Jewel. Any jewel. And then we do accuracy rating, global accuracy rating. And then we do the max that we can roll. Add stack group. Oh, and what else do we need with this build? I mean, chaos resistance. It would be nice, but I don't. I mean, maybe we should put chaos resistance in there. Why not? Can't we get chaos resistance? I think we can. All right. I mean, we will literally just take the first one. It does not matter with those to us that much. It's interesting how these are already this expensive. That's so funny. Who would have thought? We will take this one and then we'll just slam it with an exalt. Wow, this is a lot of that's a lot of jewels, buddy. Okay. The attack speed with axes is honestly pretty giga, but I mean, I think we need every single teeny tiny little bit of accuracy that we can get. Every percentage makes a difference here.
I'll do what I can to help. Make your choice.
Damage with axes is fine. Not quite what we want, but it should be okay. Whatever. Who cares? Our attack speed may not be quite as good as we were hoping, but it's fine. Okay, now let's check the accuracy. Wow, 94%. It's still not very good, man. Okay, let's start recording our YouTube video. This is what we really wanted to do here. Also, let me edit this again. Seventeen is what you're supposed to do. Then we'll do 11 to 1 here. Okay, I'm finding that my voice is getting all the way up into the red too much. I don't want to be too loud. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I think my mic is pretty good. I'm curious what the levels are on like the really good streams. Because I just do not want to like be in a scenario where people don't like my stream because of the sound. I feel like the sound is super underrated when it comes to streaming. Okay, I don't remember what our skill tree is. I never remember my own hotkeys. Okay. Oh, we're doing the Alva Delirium thing. Sure. Why are we taking this instead of this? Oh, per fragment? Are scarabs fragments? Maybe? Okay, and then the win we're doing the burial chambers. We're doing these. Oh, it looks like there's two of them. It looks like there are two of them that we're doing here. So we'll start with this one and we'll see, because I think this is the one where we're like oops. Oh no. Wait, why? What? Whoa. What on earth happened to my I had determination on right click. Look at this. What the hell? Am I like leveling up a determination and I just didn't realize it? Weird, bro. Why on earth? Okay. I'm really glad that we did this before doing the good map. I think we can't level up determination too much. I mean, we can't level up precision too much. Wait, why did I do that, bro? That's such a bad one. The orb of the other one was so much better. Okay. It seems like our damage is a little bit better. We'll see on the next map. I think the next map will be much better. A much better way to tell. But, what happened here? Did my game crash? What's going on? I hate it when I get a little notification. What was that? Okay. I mean, our damage is definitely better, for sure. Our damage is way better than it was. I think we still are far cry from being able to do like really fat stuff. Well, it's honestly, it's kind of hard to tell. Why are Karui choppers still showing for me?
Ah, there you are.
Good find, Exile.
We still don't have a good, like a consistent way to proc Vengeful Cry. Like with the older version of the build, well, I mean, I'm sure it's probably fine still, but I mean, the other nice thing that we could have considered doing is trying to squeeze in more war cries, like Infernal Cry or something. Like we can't see right now. We literally can't proc our Vengeful Cry. It's a huge factor in the build. It really is. You just have to hope that an enemy will proc it for you, basically. And obviously this is why we're trying to scale the duration, so that we don't have to worry about it that much. I don't think I need lesser embers. I don't think they're that sought after right now. You know, the other thing I could consider is doing a little bit of like life tap shenanigans somehow, because we're having some mana cost issues as well. It really blows. Yeah, I think right now the flaw with the build is that we're not able to proc Vengeful Cry enough with enough
There
consistency.
you are. Time to go.
So kind of sucks. I mean, I have a lot of confidence in the other parts of the build. Like, everything else is great, but it's just a matter of the rest of the dudes. Oh. Here, maybe? Whatever.
Good job, Exile. Ah, there you are. Time to go.
Chest full of currency items.
Hello.
Not actually very useful, unfortunately. I am glad the damage went up, but I don't know if this is because we have the buff from the... Goodness me. Hey. Well, I mean, I love the damage, I just don't love that we're not proccing Vengeful Cry a lot. I don't know. Alright, last thing we're going to do is actually we're going to take a look at the market again. We're going to look up Echoes of Creation. And then we're going to do this. So really not a lot of people have been double corrupting Echoes of Creation. I think it's because Volatile Veil Orbs are so expensive, right? Isn't that the idea? Yeah, they're like 3 divines. So we're just not about that life. If that's the case, then we may be doomed to have to use yeah, we may be doomed to have to use Forbidden Right to proc this, which is not great. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop the recording and restart it, and we're gonna do one YouTube video. Alright. Okay. The recording Okay, Jesse is back. This is the Vengeful Cry build. Cheato Vengeful Cry. This is another Rage Vortex build. I have started Rage Vortex for the past, I think, like 7 leagues or so. I love the skill. I just think it's a fun skill to play. I think it's an exciting skill gem. We'll take a look at it real quick. It is basically a AoE that scales based on the amount of rage you have, and the rage is the little red thing that fills up in this bottom right bar. Basically, you want as much rage as possible. And if we read the stats here, Rage Storm deals more damage per rage sacrificed. Rage Storm has +1 meters to radius per rage sacrificed. So we really, really want to sacrifice as much rage as possible. Now let's talk about the Vengeful Cry skill gem. This is where the real, our bread is really buttered, as they say. This is the juice. Vengeful Cry skill gem. Buff grants 3 rage per power. Whatever, we don't care. Next line below that, towards the very bottom of this description, buff grants +25 to maximum rage. And we are already getting every ounce of rage we can rage in the tree itself. So every node that has max rage, we're getting. These are max rage nodes. This is a max rage node. This is a max rage node. These are max rage nodes. So we have, and then there's a max rage mastery as well. So we have every single point on the tree that will give us rage, right? So at default value, this goes to 60. It turns out you start with 30 base rage and you add 60. We'll go to the blood aqueducts real quick. And from the 60, then you add max to that. Wait, I'm stupid. Here we go. So rage vortex, we'll put it back in. It already is in. For some reason, our precision is in our right click. Here we go. So, Rage Vortex, once we have 60 total, the AoE is about that big. That's not totally insignificant. You can see that's a little bit bigger than a Cyclone, for example. And this is a duration-based gem, so it will stay and continue spinning. The Rage Storm will continue spinning after it's collided with terrain, for example. And in our case, we actually want duration because war cries have duration. So you may notice we've taken a few war cry duration nodes here as well. Duration is kind of nice to have in general. So we also have duration from our amulet, which this amulet isn't particularly great, but this is a double implicit that we found, which you can look on the trade site for these, by the way. They are from the Blight mechanic. But exceptional performance gives us a little extra skill effect duration, which we like. So let's talk about the Vengeful Cry skill gem a little bit more. There's something important that you need to know about it. Very relevant here. So as excited as we are to get max rage from this gem, it turns out that you can't actually just click Vengeful Cry. On my skill bar here, it is I usually keep it at E or at R. But notice I can't use it. I'm hitting R. Why can't I use it? Missing retaliation requirement. Oh God. This gem has a whole other thing you have to deal with. It's actually a retaliation skill. So it means that in order to activate this war cry, in order to use this war cry, you have to be hit with a savage hit. Is retaliate against a savage hit with a war cry. So that's actually a pretty significant downside to Vengeful Cry. Otherwise, I think more builds would be interested in using it. If you could just use it for free, I mean, every Earthshatter build would use it. You just pop it all the time. Cannot be used by default. It's one of the lines in here. So a savage hit, which, you know, I don't want to go too deep into like game mechanics here, but savage hit is a 15%. Okay, not that dramatic. It is a hit that deals 15% or more of your maximum life. And so for our situation, for our purposes, if we are hitting ourselves, we can proc Vengeful Cry, assuming that it's a large enough hit to be 15%. Now you'll notice that this Rage Vortex build, in addition to the vast majority of other Rage Vortex builds on PoE Ninja, they're using some kind of self-hit tool. Most people are using Forbidden Rite. I am using Forbidden Rite as well. You'll notice that when I do my weapon switch here, Forbidden Rite is in my right click. So if you use Forbidden Rite is a gem, the spell that deals max life as base chaos. And so you take damage from that 25% of maximum energy, 40% of maximum life as chaos damage. So you're taking chaos damage, which qualifies. This qualifies as a hit that goes towards your savage hit threshold of 15%. So, and you'll see that little icon atop the character. That means you have 2 seconds to hit the Vengeful Cry in order to get its benefits. Now, for our purposes, Rage right now is at 60. If we hit Vengeful Cry, I hit R, suddenly we have 136 total rage. This is a lot. This is not a trivial amount, especially for the amount of rage we're trying to sacrifice with our Rage Vortex skill gem. So, we'll do this one more time, and then we'll swap, and I'll show you the size, the AoE of the Rage Vortex. So first, this is what it looks like now. I'll try to hit it against the wall again. Oh, it doesn't work. Well, either way, so that's the AoE now. And then once we hit 136, shabam! That is much bigger. And more importantly it's a lot more damage. A lot more damage. So, so we'll do a map here, and I'll show you, we'll actually fight some dudes to show you what's going on. And right now the build has a major critical crisis, unfortunately. And that crisis is we are too tanky to make use, really, of Forbidden Rite. We're becoming so tanky that Forbidden Rite is not able. We're not able to proc it. We're not able to proc a savage hit on ourselves. Forbidden Rite's not doing enough self damage. It's a whole thing. It's a huge pain. It is what it is. So I had a really juicy map. Oh, there it is, I think. It's pretty juicy. It's juicy enough for what we want to do here. Wait, where's my other... I had another... Dang it. Of course, we're going to run out of a scarab as soon as we're trying to record a video here. No. Well, you know what? I'm trying to get this video done. So here we go. We're going. This is a T16, so it's nothing crazy. But you'll see how big the AoE is. And I think the AoE is something that people may look at if they want to play this build, because AoE is just fun. A quick note on what our total Warcry package. We have Duration and Urgent Orders attached to 4. We have Ancestral Cry, Enduring Cry, Battle Mage's Cry, and Vengeful Cry. Battle Mage's Cry gives us a lot of base crit, a very large amount of flat base crit, which significantly boosts our damage if we have it up. So we try to keep that up if we can. Enduring Cry is just an insane amount of life regen, a similar thing. And then Ancestral Cry gives us the max elemental resistances, and I'll show you the defensive stats with Ancestral Cry. So 85, 84, 84 with all this. Huge amounts of resistances from that gem. And it lasts, like, I don't know, 10 seconds maybe? Which, I mean, certainly better than the 3.5 seconds that it's at default, but we wish that it would last a really long time so we didn't have to use it. But all right, here we go. Do this. Do this. Oh God. See, the problem is this is the huge problem that our build is dealing with right now, is that I'm having a hard time dealing enough damage to myself, which kind of blows. That's sort of a devastating truth. We could reduce our fire and chaos, and that would certainly, but I want to, while I have 57% experience, I would rather not kill myself. There we go. We got it. But yeah, so you notice the AoE is pretty nice. That is the juice of this build, for sure, is the AoE. I don't care about Expedition, do I? See, now look, come on. I need a savage hit, bro. It's very difficult to get a savage hit, for some reason. With the latest version of the build, at least.
There you are. Ready.
We hit the chamber that we want. Very exciting. You need to take your Vengeful Cry opportunities when you see them, so when that icon is up, you try to... I try to weapon swap to get the 50% extra buff effect, but sometimes I don't hit it. Alright. Go. I mean, I don't care about Jeweler's Orbs at all, but fine, whatever.
Ah, there you are. Ready.
Come on, buddy. So when the delirium starts to stack up, our damage is going to start to not look as good. Oh, that's the other problem is we have this implicit on our gloves that gives us damage reduced due to the Caged Mammoth unique, but which is like the new Legion mechanic. So we're excited we got that, but it makes us so tanky that we don't. Makes us too tanky because we can't proc our freaking Vengeful Cry. It is very cool to have it. I am very excited that I got it. I'm not, you know, I don't want to. Greater Eldritch Embers. I do a lot of the boss. I click the boss one quite a bit, I'll be honest. I mean, you know, because I'm just, like... Go. Alright, we'll see how many splinters we get from this. Sometimes you can get a really fat amount of splinters, sometimes not. Oh, I wonder what that was. I think we just let ourselves get too low before we used Enduring Cry. Well, so clearly this, whatever, there's probably a mod in this map that is a little bit too spicy for me. That's really unfortunate. I'm not gonna get the fat. Can I save it? Nah. That's too bad. Well, you know, a disappointment for a video, but because I actually hadn't died in a minute either. But the build is probably a little too clunky to be super meta, you know, because if you really want to make the most of it, you have to weapon swap. And the way to automate it is the way that I wanted to automate it, which is you have to, you know, go out of your way to get a ton of self damage from Echoes of Creation. So it is possible to not have to use Forbidden Rite and to make yourself tankier to chaos damage. It is technically possible, but is it practical? Maybe not. I don't know. I wonder what this was that killed us. This game really does need a death recap. Really does. Come on, guys. There we go. And it's funny that I feel like I'm at the same level of tankiness, but sometimes Forbidden Rite does proc Vengeful Cry, sometimes it doesn't. It's like, even though it feels like nothing materially changes. I also messed up. I should have grabbed the other, Yalva thing that gives me an extra temple, but that's okay. We'll take a look at these mods again. Let's see, what do we got here? AoE, extra fizz is cold. I guess reduce damage from crit used to be a mod I don't care about, but I guess now I do, right? And now we're a crit variant. Well, I mean, there's some pretty fat mods on here. Do I care about picking that up? Don't ask me why I'm picking up Void Axes. It's for a... I thought about doing some recombinate shenanigans and trying a different base just for fun. We're using a Veil Axe, which I'm pretty pleased with, but
Ah, there you are.
I guess we'll get the valuable Timeless Monolith. I don't know why not. Ooh, buddy. I like usually... I'm not fast finger enough to actually save myself with my life flasks. I don't even know why I have them. Like, I literally... I'll let myself die even though I have full life flasks all the time. Happens all the time. Another thing you can do with this build is get Storm Shroud, which is just really good. It's just an extremely good tool. Kind of OP, frankly. Because it also helps you, it protects you from things like Scorch. Like, it's super OP. Just incredibly busted. That's why it's kind of an expensive jewel. I wonder what it is now, but... Yeah, Storm Shroud is definitely an option for us. If we wanted to do that. Just clearing the rest of this map, and then we will call it a day. Oh. I think in the mana cost, some of the mana cost changes, our mana costs are non-trivial, and it's sometimes we can't throw out everything. All right, map is complete. And the very last thing that I'm gonna do is show you all a new gem. I mean a new timeless jewel. And it's just something worth considering if you are interested in the skill gem and want to do a different style of Rage Vortex. Something worth considering here. I'm just gonna grab it real quick because there's one player who was using it with a lot of success here. Yeah, okay. All right, let me show this on camera for you. And this will be the last thing we have on the video. Apologies for the delay. All right. So, there is a new Timeless Jewel gem here. This is called Festering Vengeance. Festering Vengeance is... Pull this over here. Add this in. This is a Timeless Jewel, which is... It competes with like a Karui Jewel, with a Legion Jewel. All unique Timeless Jewels. Yeah, so you only can have one of these. Now what this does, the same as other Timeless Jewels, is it adds a new keystone. This keystone gives you max rage, overwhelming hate, This is insane. Increases and reductions to max life also apply to max rage at 20% value. So remember all that stuff that I said at the beginning of the video about rage, about how important max rage is. It gives us AoE and it gives us damage. It is a direct more multiplier and it's a direct scaler, extremely beneficial for this build. And obviously, it is a look at the Berserker Ascendancy. You have increased rage effect, which rage gives you more attack damage, and increased attack speed. So at that 136% rage, 130% 6 max rage that I had, that is 136% attack speed, which is pretty giga, which is a very nice multiplier for builds, for attack builds. And we obviously, like I mentioned, this is a buff effect version. This is all buff effect. Buff effect here, buff effect here, buff effect here, buff effect here. We were trying to get as much Warcry buff effect as we possibly could, right? That's one way to realistically scale max rage, and this is sort of the proof of concept that I got up to 136 with this implicit. It's good, less damage taken. I think this is still a pretty good build, but after seeing this, there's a reason maybe that this is no longer the best version of Rage Vortex. So if you are exclusively like, I want to make a new Rage Vortex build, this is something worth considering. And this is a build around, this is the PoE Ninja profile. I don't know who this guy is. If he was a streamer, I would actually look him up, try to find him to see how this plays. Now this build obviously has way more currency invested in it. My build is pretty inexpensive at this stage. This build though, it is a implicit Eternal Apple, just a very strong build overall. The Eternal Apple variant of this, by the way, you notice that he should have oh, there it is. So he actually is doing, does he self-cast? Oh, he's using the Battle Mage tech. Okay. Well, either way, you can't have too much. He has 25% chaos resistance. You notice this? That's in order, for the sake of proccing Forbidden Rite to get that Savage hit threshold. But the Eternal Apple variant, trigger a socketed Warcry skill. This in its own right is very strong because I do believe the Vengeful Cry is triggered. So I'm curious what his total Warcry buff effect is. He probably doesn't need as much as I do. And he probably is able to trivialize, and he has the same less damage taken modifier that I do. So this is why I was looking at this guy's profile. I'm like, somebody else realized how broken this mod is here. You can even see, for the purposes of my own build, look at all this crap I've saved. I have a bunch of these League. I have a bunch of these Enshroud unique gloves, the Karui Enshrouding Crystal. I have a lot of these saved, and I still have, I think, a lot of the Karui fragments saved as well. Yeah, I have like 5 Karui emblems saved. And it's because I had a plan that I was gonna roll Legion and farm these gloves, variants of these gloves, again and again and again and again and again, and try to get maybe something like the Excommunicate gloves. Excommunicate gloves here would be cool, or even the Virtuosity. I think those are the ones that give 300 crit multi. Either way, this is such an interesting implicit. It's so strong in its own right. But this guy, you know, with the new Timeless Jewel, with Festering Vengeance, this may be the actual de facto best Warcry build right now. Vengeful Cry build. So Cheato Vengeful Cry should be somewhere on that list, by the way, if we're looking for Berserkers and we're looking for Rage Vortex. Oop. I'm somewhere on here. There we are, down at level 94. Sad. And our damage, you know, does not look as dramatic as these guys. Of course, he has a Mage Blood, but that's a different thing. But yeah, I think that's going to close it out. If you all have questions about this, let me know. I will put the POB in the description. Bye. All right, let's see how long that YouTube video was. Do we edit that? Should we go ahead? Should we like cut some of the bloat? It's almost 27 minutes. I will edit it. Editing is the worst. There's really only one part I want to edit. The one part I want to edit is towards the end. It's about 20-minute mark. I'm just editing this right now. All I'm doing is cutting out that part where I couldn't find the thing. And then I'm going to post it, and then I'll move on to SlashDiablo. All right, that's fine. We're just cutting, editing, cutting, editing. Should be fine. All right, that's fine. That's all I really wanted to save. File, export. Okay, it's fine. This is, what are we calling this? Oh, hey, what's up, man? Golly, I cannot for the life of me pay attention to chats. I'm so inconsistent about seeing that. It's on my other monitor, and there's so few chats come up. I literally never look over there. Okay. Uh, Western Vengeance, Rage Vortex, that's fine. Okay. All right, while that is encoding, that is building, we have another task. Okay. All right, one moment. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Is this video done encoding? Oh man, this is these long videos are beefy. Are you playing the second one? There's the second one, the one that I think is technically still in beta. At least that's what it says. I'm a pretty big fan of it, but I haven't played it that much. But I played duo with my brother a couple times. All right. Sorry, I'm also stalling, doing something else over here. right. We are trying to just wrap up this little project we're working on, and then we will probably swap over to Path of Exile. All right. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. I don't know why this always sorts by name. I want it to sort by date. Let me actually go back to. Oh, well, there's nothing on screen, but that's okay for at least for this very second. We're gonna switch back to other stuff here shortly. So we're sort of multitasking here, probably doing too much. I'm gonna pop some tags. I'm gonna pop some tags. Okay. Oh, that's a Revomatic. So it's a walking pad, basically. And there was a time when I mean, I have a standing desk. I just need to flip all this stuff around and then the uh, lift the standing desk up. And so, um, I can put the Revomatic down there and then use the walking pad and like play games with a controller. And I've done it a few times. It's kind of tricky though. Kind of tricky to like maintain balance. But yeah, it's a walking pad. I should probably move it to a better, more appropriate spot. Right now it's just sort of in the middle of the room. All right, we are actually, I'll show this on screen because why not? We are making our description here. Curse of the All Flame. Isn't it 3.29? I'm gonna pop some tags. Rage Vortex, Vengeful Cry, And more! Exclamation point. You got to give the people what they want. And I will go ahead and get a POB from Path of Building. Grab a Pobbin. We do not use the max roll one. We are not max roll enjoyers. Okay, let's... configuration, import, export. Oh, this is it right here. All right. So we're going to do the stuff where we check all the boxes, even though it may not be realistic. Because it makes it look better, bro. It makes it look better if we check all the boxes. Calcs, and then we do, have you used a war cry recently? You have onslaught? Yes. Because of, are you fortified? Yes. Are you leeching? Yes. Probably like 8 seconds. Okay. The enemy is probably intimidated, right? Because we're, don't we have the thing that, oh no, maybe we didn't actually get that, right? Damn. The enemy might not be intimidated. Sad. We did not plant the banner. I don't know how to ensure that the war cries are max power, but it should already do that. It should do that by default, right? And then the total amount of rage, I'm gonna put in 136 because that was what I recorded. This seems fine. Maybe it's unrealistic to check frenzy and power, but I mean, you know, we could, because we should, if we're using our war cries correctly, we should. Oh wait, y'all can't see this. Oh god. I'm such a bad streamer. Okay, hold on. This one. Boop. There. Everything else should be fine. The total cost of this build is pretty cheap too, which I'm actually very pleased about. Like the fact that the build is just, it's not that expensive. I mean, the axe is good, but it's not crazy. Let's take a look at the axe. Oh, it's 1,000 PDPS, actually. That's pretty, okay, maybe it's a little better than I thought. Let's, how much is it, 1,000 PDPS axe? Two-handed axe. Yeah, maybe our axe is more expensive than I realized. We crafted it ourselves. I'm pretty pleased about crafting our own axe here. 1,000 PDPS starts at 10 divines. Whoa, giga crazy. Damn. Okay, well, it turns out our axe is pretty good. Who would have thought? Which I crafted it myself, and it doesn't even have, it has flat accuracy and not T1 attack speed. So like it could be even better. Really cool. Cool. All right, we're just gonna export this as is. Import, export. How do I don't want to generate with max roll. Dude, are you kidding me? Please don't. I want to use the Pobbin. Can I not use Pobbin? Oh, there we go. Thank God. Wait. There. I mean, does poppin not work anymore? Is that why people are using the max roll one? I can't believe the max roll one is default. That's stupid. Okay. All right. Hide the POB. Show this thing again. Put the poppin on top. And then we'll also put our Pee-wee Ninja, just so people can take a look at that as well. God, my camera literally covers my... Hello. We're back with more Rage Vortex content. In this video, try the Savage hit mechanic and Warcry buff mechanics. Mechanic. Way to do a good showcase. Anyways, we are actually pretty tanky with the new Legion implicit. Legion implicit is... What is the actual language that's used? Like how is it worded? I'm actually just gonna copy paste it. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna pop some tags. Oh wait, they don't even, the gloves are not included in POB. Gloves. What is the actual term for this? Is it like enshrouded or vestigial? Oh, vestigial unique, right? Yeah, vestigial. So the gloves are missing. So our build would look a lot better, I think, if the gloves were included. All right, and our current implicit, 1% less damage taken per 5 rage. One percent less damage taken per 5 rage. 30%? Isn't that the exact 1% less? Yeah, got it right. Okay. Oops. finally, we talk about the new Abyss, Jewel, and Keystone, and point out another build we found on Peewee Ninja. Festering vengeance and overwhelming hate. Vengeance and overwhelming hate. Hope y'all are having a nice Sunday. Love, Jesse. Next. Publish. Okay. Praise. We're done with that. I may actually take a pause and like go outside, get some fresh air, and touch grass. And after we touch grass and, you know, breathe in fresh air, then we come back and play SlashDiablo. So, goodbye to my stream enjoyers for now. Bye.